This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like blah, yeah. And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like yeah,
like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geeks, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grind. Brown man when it come back, I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geek, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's it, right? The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Watch the edge.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Check 52. Check 9, check 9.
Check. Kill, kill, kill. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, lock it.
Watch edge, watch edge. Check 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Slam, slam.
Lead river, lead river.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for one play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Check 99. Check
Leo.
Kill. Check.
You're out.
Check 13.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 40.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
5.
He'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
Ready? 30 base. 6-6, bullet high.
Get to the ball.
Go. Now.
Here we go on second and 12. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down inbounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, hit it.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Shift. Watch the safety creep. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check three.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Check 25. Check 25.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Alert 3.
Topper! Topper! Hey! Wahoo!
Switch!
Look! Squeeze!
Slam!
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that. And it's third down.
To the ground and incomplete. Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Ready!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Charlie!
Check four.
Safe.
Check. Fresno! Rush in!
Shift! Watch the shift!
6 guys!
He'll drop to throw. Robinson's got it. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Now stopped him into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. There he goes left side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Mike 27. Record.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Texans 21, Bears nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
26,
2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Wide, get wide. Watch twist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. That punt returned 69 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Rock it.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Ready? 60 out now. Hey, Sam on.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Sponge. No.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Come on. You better.
80 weapons.
Switch. Alert flare.
Hey, lock it.
Flare.
Go.
They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Pollard, the ball carrier. Deshaun Gibson brought him down.
3rd and 2, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
58, right there.
Hot 7.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one, deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I started with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Ready, set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Here we go.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. On second down now, it's Cohen. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say they'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
26, Mike, 26, Mike.
Hey, shoot.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
All day, baby, all day.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down, Texans.
All day, every day, any day.
On first down, Pollard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson going deep here for Stills. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it'll be 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Pollard looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Brings up second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Tackles. 58 is Mike. 58 is Mike.
Watch the curl. Zoom. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Going 58.
Throwing on second down, Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet coordinator and call plays for guys who make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Ready.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
91.
Check 50.
4 yards.
Get it.
They try again with Cohen. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Let's pin them ears back and go full strength.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears claw one back. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
This is it. 19, 64, and 59.
You better bring it.
6.
You know, right now, you better bring it.
Check 90.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Check. Gone.
It's a safety creep.
Watch the shit.
Go.
On first down, it's Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Safety's creeping.
Look, squeeze.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Big gripper.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, check fight.
Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Out.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
There.
Under 10.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Intercepted by the Texans.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 76 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Check, 55 to Mike.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On the return is Cohen. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Yo, go.
Hold.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Come. Check 31. Rock it. Deuce. Fire.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Mike 5'9", Mike. Wahoo.
Here we go.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Bravo. Where you at? Who's that?
Alert.
Is that yours? Who's that?
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Leo.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards in the Chicago first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up.
Off the toss, Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch gears.
Under crunch.
Check.
2nd and 9 now.
Switch.
Robinson's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
Get it.
On first down, it's Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Mike, check. 59.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
I got him.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their... remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Set. 19, 59. I'm here all day. Switch.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
A gain of 15.
Go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Keeps himself upright. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans,
Honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never mistaken, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, ain't all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.